Hello everybody, my name is Ving427 and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a delicious little treat. They're called sweet and savory banic balls. Jeez, I bumped the microphone. As usual, that is typical of me on this channel, but yeah, so I hope the audio can sound good. I've got like a little microphone on my chest here. It's just me to do a little, I don't know, microphone you would use. With earbuds, things like that, but that's not important. What is important is that I'm going to show you how to make this great little dish. For what it is, it's actually quite quick. Quick-ish. It can take, half an hour-ish, 40-ish minutes, which again may not sound quick, but it's actually quite quick. So, first thing I'm going to show you guys how to make is the dough for the banic balls, and so let's go. Okay. First up, let's put 1.5 cups of flour to make our dough. Now, this is a, I guess you would say, solid cup, and then there's liquid cups. I'm pretty sure I'm correcting that right, but correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But basically, a lot of people seem to get these things mixed up, where there's a measuring cup, which has, again, I don't use the imperial. Imperial system's confusing. There's the metric, which is, this is milliliters, and, liters, things like that. And then this is cups. And now, again, they do have little things like that, but I'm tired of people in other videos getting these things confused, so they're like, oh, you need 2 cups of water, and then they go grab this, and it's like, gloop, gloop, and it's like, no, that's not actually 2 cups. That's, what you did there is you used 500 milliliters of water, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, 500 milliliters, yeah, see, come to think of it, actually, you know what? I may be wrong, but that's not important. So, let's just get this ready and going. I should have thought about this first. Okay, well, I'm going to use the half cup 3 times because the actual measuring cup, that is 1 cup, is not small enough. So that's 1.5 cups of flour. This is just regular flour. It's not all-purpose or, whole grain or instant rising. It's just regular old flour. And remember to have your hands washed. I've already washed my hands before this, so I'm good. Don't worry. So now, it may look like it's actually quite a bit of flour, but it's going to be a good, healthy amount. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take some water, and now this is kind of a little confusing, but it'll make sense. Now, I don't have any measurements for the water because it's something you kind of have to eyeball until you can get it right, because it's not something, it's been hard to find a proper exact measurement for this. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to make it until it's a little less sticky than a pizza dough, but still like very firm and malleable. So just going to pour a bit of water in here like that. Going to mix that up. I'm going to use this main hand because this hand has a little cut on here. I put a natural bandage, liquid bandage on it, so it'll stay clear, but I prefer to not use this hand to mix with anything, or I'd like to use it as little as possible. It's still been washed, I'd like to rather be safe than sorry. So then you just want to mix it in every once in a bit, and I'll see you guys when it's all nice and mixed up. Okay, so this is what the dough is supposed to look like. It's still kind of sticky on the outside, so be careful of that. Like, see, it's sticking to my finger right now. That's the kind of good consistency you're going to want. I know that usually with other banic recipes it's not usually like that, but this is usually just the kind of the best thing. Right now I'm just getting it covered in the last little bit of dough. So that's good. So now what you're going to do is you're going to put it in a Ziploc bag, or if you have like cling film, some people may call it like a plastic wrap. I just always call it cling film. I don't know why. But just put it in that. And if you're going to put it in a Ziploc bag, try to get all the air out of it before you do that, before you put it in the fridge. So yeah, you put it in the fridge, and then just let it rest in the fridge there. And then, yeah, so when this is done, in the fridge and everything, I'm going to show you guys how to make the nice little sauce that's going to go on with it. Let's do it. Okay, so now we're going to get going on to the sauce. So you want to get a nice little microwavable dish. I'm not sponsored by this company, by the way. I'm just using a measuring cup. So you're going to take 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to take a little spatula here. 2 tablespoons of butter. There we go. 2 teaspoons of rice wine vinegar. 2 teaspoons of white sugar. This is very important. Use white sugar, and don't use like an artificial sweetener or anything like that. It makes it artificial sweeteners can make it very bitter. And brown sugar, or like again, like less processed, again, yeah, I guess brown sugar makes it kind of, it doesn't really give it the same kind of like same kind of nice delicate taste, I guess you could say. So 2 teaspoons white sugar. Just gonna got some of it on my fingers. There we go. Now you're gonna go over to the microwave and microwave this for about 30 seconds, and yeah. Bumped the camera. Okay, so now that you have your melted butter and all those ingredients, see there, it's a little bit chunkier. It's not curdling, don't worry. That's good, that's supposed to happen. What you're going to do is just going to want to mix that up. Whoop, a little bit of butter came out. So you're going to mix that up, and don't worry, again, what's happening here, that's totally fine, that's supposed to happen. It may look kind of disgusting, but it's what adds the flavor. That's some of the sugar that kind of melted in there with it. Again, yeah, see, the more you mix it up, the less it's there. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take some onion powder. Let me get that centered there. So you're going to take some onion powder. And you're just going to add a little sprinkling of it. There we go. Nice and good. Going to take a little bit of sea salt. This is very important. We've got sea salt. This is a refillable container thing, but sea salt adds that extra little bit of oomph than regular table salt or kosher salt. Just makes it taste a little bit nicer. So add a little grate of that. Oh, geez. Why do I keep spilling it? What is happening? It never does this before. It's never done this before. Okay, mix that up a little bit. Grab some nice pepper. This is black pepper. Just gonna mix that up like that. There we go. And again, I just keep getting it stuck on the spoon, so it's doing that. There we go. And that kind of murky color there, this nice good consistency, that's what you want. That is beautiful. It will taste great. So now you can just put that aside. Oh yeah, also be careful. It's going to be very hot. I forgot to mention that. It's kind of, important. Don't want people burning themselves, but yeah. So yeah, that's good. We can just put that off to the side. And now we're going to go grab our dough and prepare the pan for cooking. Okay, so now we have I'm using a microwave oven. Well, not a microwave oven, a little oven that just happens to be part of my microwave, but it's a mini oven, pizza oven. That's what it is. There we go. But you can use a regular oven, and but you have to set it. I think what would it be? You have to set it to convect and still the same temperature, and try to get a nice rack kind of somewhere in the middle there. And other than that, you can follow the rest of these steps, things like that. And obviously, in the oven, use a pan, things like that. But yeah. So here I've just got some very cheap olive oil. It doesn't have to be olive oil. As long as it's, Okay, good. That olive oil is still good. Okay. So yeah, you just need to grease up the pan. Come on, where is it? Here it is. Grease up the pan a little bit like that. And it doesn't need to be spread out now because, well, actually a little. That's not what I want to do. I thought it could come out a little bit more. Nope, apparently not. Okay. So yeah, you're gonna take a paper towel. You're gonna spread it around town. There we go. A lot of that is getting stuck in the paper towel. That's okay. We don't need. This is very shaky. We don't need a lot of this stuff. I'll be good. There we go. Nice, good coat. Good. Now I'm gonna do like a little quick time lapse. I guess you could. Yeah. Time lapse. Yeah. Of me just preparing the balls. So before I do, again, obviously wash your hands. What you're gonna do is make little balls about this big, compared to that, or I don't know, what's something I could compare it to? Basically, make it about 2-ish centimeters in diameter. Again, from what you can, and then just kind of place them evenly apart here, and then yeah, close it. Set the oven to 425, and you're gonna cook for 25 minutes. And I'll recap this at the end. But yeah, let's go to the little time lapse. Okay, so now that you have your dough balls prepared again, they don't have to be exactly the same size, but you can see that there's kind of a average size overall. What you're gonna do now, just close that puppy up. Maybe I should get a better angle of this. Okay, so I don't know for you guys, but for me it's going to be bake for 425 and 25 minutes. Do that. Now remember, if you have an actual oven, or again, if you don't have this, if you have one of these machines that's like this, use it. It'll be a lot easier. If you don't have one, if you have an oven, preheat the oven to 425, and then do all the things and then 25 minutes. And every 5 minutes, this is very important, every 5 minutes you want to check on the balls and mix them around. For the first 5 minutes, like, so once it hits, counts into 20 minutes, there's not really going to be much change besides the balls being a little bit more warmer, but still good to check. And then every time after that, kind of wiggle the balls around, flip them, things like that. So yeah, see you guys when that happens. This is the second last time. Ooh. Yes, the way I like to mix things up. Besides the first part where I accidentally smashed it a little bit, yeah. Now that high-pitched squeaking noise. Don't know why that's happening. It should be good though. Everything's cooking up. Yeah. Oh yeah, real nice. Wow. Ooh, yeah. I just cut it into that. That's really nice. Okay. Remember, keep them a good, nice distance away, because again, need their personal space. Hey, you two, over there. I didn't say you could be dating, did I? Bad dad jokes. I'm sorry. Okay. Here we go. There. Okay. So it's about 10-ish minutes left. Well, actually 9 minutes and 55 seconds to be exact. So, yeah. A few more times of, cooking before these are done. And we can get on with it. Okie dokie. Second last time. So I got about 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on this timer. You're going to let it cook that last little bit of time. Then, take them out and I'll show you how to plate it up. Here we go. There. Das ist gut. Okay, so now that everything is cooked, I'm just going to take the, oh, that looks nice, nice banic balls, and here I've got a little bowl with some paper towel in it. Just going to carefully scoop those out. Ugh, that's a little loud. There we go. Don't worry, it's not running, it's just cooling off. Just gonna do that a little bit, make sure I get some of that extra grease off. Yeah, there we go, got a little bit of grease. You probably can't really see it. There we go. Okay, now you're going to take your sauce, and remember, you don't put it in the fridge because it would freeze up. So now, mine's actually still been liquid this whole time. Just going to drizzle that all over there. You know what? I'm going to get a spatula. There we go. Let's get all that goodness off. And don't worry, this will melt again, because again, butter's like the main base of it, so it will melt again. And get everything all nice. There we go. One last nice scoop of it. There we go. Das war nice. That's really good. Okay, now I'll just clean up the mess you've made from all the cooking, and enjoy. This meal is great for family and friends. Really good. And it's especially good on a cold winter day.